Hi guys, I'm Katrina here with RoofSnap,
And I'm Chelsea.
and now we're going to show you how to input pitch and label lines to get nice and accurate measurements. And Chelsea, why don't we generate a measurement report while we're at it?
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. So I'm going to go into this test project we've got here. We just drew the lines of this project in a previous tutorial. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to use this breadcrumb to go back to my projects here. A couple different ways you can open up your project and get back into the sketch. You can, like I just did, click on the image and it'll take you back to all of your options there. Or you can use kind of this quick navigation. If I just know I need to hop into the sketch and add in my pitch and label my lines, I can click here and that brings me straight into the opened sketch scene. So here I've jumped the gun and I've already assigned pitch, but you know, this roof is actually more of a 512, I think. So let's open up facets here as we are and go into pitch. Here's where you can assign the pitch label in a couple of different ways. I can grab my 512 if I only have a few facets that need to be changed to 5. I can click on them individually like that and assign them as needed, or I can hit the plus button and add them that way. So kind of apply it to all. There's one more thing we need to do here to make sure we're nice and accurate with our measurements, and that's label lines. And that's done in the edges mode. So I can hop to edges here, and let's zoom in just a little bit to take a look at, oh, I don't know, maybe this valley here. So currently with my 512 pitch on this hipped roof, I've got this valley that is 16.9 feet long. But I know that that valley is actually running up and down that slope. It's going to be a little longer based on my pitch. So I'm going to click on valley, and while I'm at it, I'll put ice and water shield in there and click to label that line, and immediately that's jumped up to 17.6 feet for me. The app is calculate that based on the pitch and the slope of the roof there to make sure you're nice and accurate, and any lines running up and down that slope are going to adjust for you. So let's talk a little bit about these sub-labels like the ice and water shield that I can attach to my valleys. Like let's try the eave. Look at all these options here. So I can apply ice and water shield, eave edge, which is RoofSnap's term for a category that can have your drip edge metal materials in there, or really any materials that you preset on the back end through your account, and those all kind of are housed in these subline labels as well. So where I have my eave edge assigned and I just click on my eaves to label them with my ice and water shield as well as my eave edge subline labels, when I get to my estimating, I can just select the drip edge metal that I need, and it's going to apply that to all of the eaves that I have my eave edge assigned to. So kind of the couple of benefits there to labeling up your lines. Let's go to the ridge. Looks like we've got off ridge vent on this roof, so we'll just label it a regular ridge. And I'm just clicking on these lines to assign them with their appropriate label. If I accidentally click this hip and assign a ridge label to it, no worries. I can hop over, grab my hip label, and assign the correct label on there. So you're never stuck. All right, got a lot of hips on this roof. There we go, perfect. I'm gonna hop into facets one more time and just make sure I've got my pitch in all of my facets here, and I'm looking pretty good. Chelsea, anything that I forgot or neglected here?
No, I think it looks great. Super efficient.
Wonderful. So let's hit the done button. The done button is going to save all this information for me, and it's actually showing me different pages in my sketch report that are going to populate for me, so that's kind of cool. I always like watching that little slideshow. So now I want to see this stuff in a PDF format. One thing I almost forgot here, I actually want to set my waist percentage. This hipped roof, maybe I want to bump up my waist a little bit more to accommodate for what I need. Here in the measurements tab, this green tab here, I can set my waist as needed here. I think the default is going to be 10 for me, but I can set that and hit the save button here. to set my 15% waste. So I can go back to this breadcrumb and go back to my project details tabs there, or I can use this breadcrumb and go straight over to my documents. So let's do that. All right, so I have no documents and I don't know what to do on this page. Chelsea, how do I create a sketch report?
Well, I see that little plus button in the right-hand corner.
That's right.
And earlier in another video, you told me that if I ever see a plus button, just click the plus button.
That's right. I'm glad you pay attention. I hope our viewers do too. So we'll click that blue plus button there and sketch report. Wonderful. Let's generate that document. There's a variety of documents, as you can see here, estimates, contracts you can digitally sign and get that embedded customer signature and timestamp. But let's open up that PDF report here. We'll show you those in subsequent videos. It's going to download that down here on the bottom. I'm going to open that attachment up here. All right, so we've got our sketch report. This, of course, has our logo on it, but yours will be uploaded on your account, so you can customize that, and as well as your salesman information and your customer information here. We get that nice near map overview image of the roof. We've got our pitch breakdown here and our measurements, both in pictorial and kind of broken down in category form here. There's my including 15% waste. Oh, and great. So I've got my running total of all the places I needed my ice and water shield, all my eave edge, my drip edge metal, linear foot measurements here. So nice and easy for all the measurements that I'll need. And here's our breakdown by area. So we see this area by square. Now in the next few videos, you'll see our pins section, and pins are used as accessories that you can place on the roof. They can be customized through your account on the website. You can also set general pins with inspection notes and photos and things like that. They will come up on a site map on this assessment page, and you can place exactly what you need, where you need it, and we'll show you how to do that and create a site map of those materials or inspection notes and photos in the next few videos. Well, thanks for sticking with us, and if you have any questions, feel free to call us at 877-RoofSnap or email us at support@roofsnap.com. Thanks a lot, guys.